From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, January 9th, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.58 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,181 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.1 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $910. Antiwar.com reports, speaking over the weekend after his briefing by the intelligence community on allegations that Russia hacked Hillary Clinton-related computers in an attempt to get him elected, President-elect Donald Trump has reiterated that he wants warmer relations with Russia during his administration. Trump insisted having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing, adding, "We have enough problems without yet another one in trying to deal with ongoing hostilities towards Russia." Trump and Putin agreed shortly after the election to major improvements on ties. Trump will be facing major opposition on this, both internationally among NATO members concerned he'll throw less military resources at the Russian border, and from Republican hawks who insist that the U.S. being in a not hostile relationship with Russia is in and of itself likely impossible. Reports from his staff that Trump is now embracing the official narrative on the Russia hacking is likely only to complicate efforts at better relations, with calls for more retaliation against Russia likely to pile up when he takes office, and suggestions he must at least move away from the path of rapprochement. Russia has repeatedly denied involvement in the hacks and continues to do so, with officials dismissing the allegations as roadblocks to improved relations being thrown up by the lame duck administration. Whether that is ultimately true or not, the allegations do seem well positioned to remain roadblocks and a major talking point well into Trump's term in office. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spend-A-Bit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spend-A-Bit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. Reuters reports the federal judge overseeing California's prison healthcare system and the city of Oakland's police department plans to retire in August, raising questions about how reform of both troubled institutions will unfold. Thelton Henderson, an icon of the U.S. civil rights movement, has presided over numerous high-profile cases in his more than 35 years on the San Francisco federal bench. In 2006, he took control of California's prison healthcare system after finding that an average of one inmate per week was dying due to substandard care. A court-appointed receiver said healthcare has improved in recent years, but the court still oversees several institutions in the prison system, which cost more than $10 billion a year to run. Henderson also supervises a settlement which gives him authority over the Oakland Police Department. City leaders last week announced a new police chief as part of an ongoing reform project. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Antiwar.com reports, despite the incoming president-elect making a normalization of diplomatic ties with Russia a top priority, the Pentagon continues to move forward with bigger and more complicated wargames, vowing to continue coming up with even more such operations to deter Russian aggression. Lieutenant General Tim Ray, the deputy commander of Eurocom, insisted that the ongoing wargames, which involve the U.S. deploying large numbers of tanks into Germany to practice massing large numbers of tanks in a single place, was vital to ensure the territorial integrity of our allies and maintain a Europe that is whole, free, prosperous, and at peace. Since regime change in Ukraine saw a Russian ally replaced with a Western-backed president, tensions have been on the rise between NATO and Russia, with U.S. officials hyping the idea that Russia could invade Eastern Europe at any moment and throwing a large number of troops into the area to fight in that war. Multiple years into this build-up, the Russian invasion never happened, but the hype continues, particularly to the extent officials can parlay that into bigger budgets, and even if the Trump administration manages full normalization of ties with Russia, the Pentagon will likely continue to play the new Cold War in Europe. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.